Hi everyone, good morning. So we are that Joe and Priya, right? So just wanted to welcome everyone here on a Sunday morning, right? Most people on a Sunday morning might be sleeping, or they might have gone out, or they might be in their kitchens. But you guys have taken a wonderful decision to be here on a Sunday morning, right? So kudos to all of you. And if you're listening this on an audio or on a video, even kudos to all of you, right? You have taken a decision to listen to this. Next 1 hour, we'll stop in 1 hour, right? Just 1 hour will listen to us, and following us, will listen to one of some very good leaders who have made this opportunity very successful for themselves and as well as for a lot of people around them, right? So we'll start off with our introduction. What we'll do is we'll tell our story, who we are, what we were before this opportunity, and how we came to this opportunity, what we did, and how we became successful in this opportunity. And we'll also explain what this opportunity is in a very small way. So my background, I'm Joe. I'm originally from Trivandrum. My parents both used to work. My mom was a scientist in ISRO. My father was working in a company called Ranbaxy in the medical field. I have two sisters, elder sisters. Both are doctors. They're married to doctors. I'm the only engineer in my family. And you won't believe it. Today, I would say me and Priya together as engineers, we help more people with health than our family. So full of doctors. I did my BTech in computer science engineering way back in 2003, computer science. Got job in Bangalore and joined a couple of IT companies, worked there for 4 years. And then I got a chance to do my MBA, did my MBA from IIM Bangalore. Got a wonderful CAT score, did my MBA from IIM Bangalore. 2009, I passed out. Many of you know what happened in 2009. It was a recession time. And in 2009, I got one of the best offers on campus in terms of money. I got an offer from a company in Abu Dhabi. So went to Gulf. Just before that, I got married to this wonderful lady here, Priya. She'll tell her story and I'll come back.
Hi everyone, I'm Priya. We are currently in Kochi. We are working here. So I'm basically from Mangalore. My parents were both government service. If I say about my background, we were an average middle class family where both parents worked to make ends meet in that generation. They are now retired. I'll tell you about their life, where they are right now later. My sister is in the US. She's settled there. My education, I studied engineering. At that time, that is, we had just two choices. You either become a doctor or you become an engineer. I chose the latter then. Never knew my life will go back to a full circle. We'll be working more in the healthy side rather than the engineering side. Uh, I started working around 18 years ago. When I started working, I actually, thought that money is something that I should make quick and I should make fast. So as soon as I started working, I said maybe going abroad is the best choice for me. So I went on site. I was there for almost 1.5 years. I worked in Brussels, and after that, I realized that that is not the life for me. I started seeing the downsides of being away from family and what my future would look like, not only for me, how my family would be impacted when I am not here. I started seeing very early in life when I chose to come back again, like Joe said. At that time, I met Joe online, and that era we had online. I met Joe. We started chatting, and we got married. And I too moved to the Gulf with Joe. I was there with a couple of months, almost decided to settle again abroad. Again, the same discussions came as a married couple, whether to be there or whether to come back. And we chose to come back. Joe will explain more.
So we're back to Bangalore, both of us working in IT, right? If you know Bangalore, Priya used to be in one end in ITPL, and I used to be in the CV Raman office, right? So one of us had to travel, and it was tough. Bangalore traveling was extremely tough, but no other choice, right? Away from family, we are originally from Kerala, so family was away. So I had a dream. I always had a dream of starting something of my own, right? My ideal life was to be close to my parents back in Kerala in a tier two city, right? Obviously wanted to make a lot of money. Money should never be a problem in our life. That was extremely clear to us. And I wanted to do something that I'll be known around the world for. At that point of time, I had no clue what it would be, but I wanted to do something like that. And I was into sports. So I was a sports secretary in IIM Bangalore, and I was into sports all my entire life. So I wanted to continue playing and be associated with sports. But I had no clue with such a hectic lifestyle how this would be possible. And in Bangalore, leave playing, traveling itself, you take a lot of energy from us, right? And that is the time we were wondering what to do, and our life completely changed in the next few years.
So what really happened is after a few years, you get married, you both are working, we're busy with jobs. We don't really have the time for a, healthy lifestyle. So all our weekends went in, I think most average couples, this is what we'll do. Somehow go through the week and Friday night, right? We just de-stress with food and whatever possible, and just catch up on the life in the weekend. And that is what we did. And slowly I started to develop health issues. When we started planning a family, that's when I realized the extent damage that my body had gone through all these years of neglecting health. And it was a very tough first pregnancy that I had. I had to go through a lot of treatments, including IVF, and I wanted to become a mother. That was very clear. But the pain that I had to go through to get my first child was a lot. And my first pregnancy, what I would say is, was extremely difficult for me because I was not at all focused on my health before that. Uh, my babies were born at almost 3 months premature, so they were extremely small, and they had to be put in NICU for over a period of 5 to 6 months. For any mother, that is a very difficult, time period when your babies are taken away from you. And I know a lot of moms say that okay, 2 days they had to sit in NICU, 3 days, and the pain when you go through 5 to 6 months, it's a lot. And at that time, we also faced one more problem that when this family issue came, we didn't have our own family nearby. We were away from them. Of course, we had a lot of friends who could help us, but our family couldn't travel up and down always to be with us, to help us out. And we slowly started realizing that even though we were, within India itself, and we moved, both of us made many times a decision to come back to, our country, but still our family couldn't be with us. So these were the issues that I started facing, and eventually I lost a kid. And in that process, my world started spiraling downwards. I went into a depression mode, or may not be visibly outside like depressed, but started eating a lot of junk food, started focusing on other things than my health, and I gained a lot of weight. The good thing that happened at that time is we chose to move back to Kochi. We settled here, but my health was in a very, very bad state. At that time, I can say like a ray of hope or something that I saw, like a light at the end of the tunnel. I saw a couple of my friends on Facebook, posting about suddenly taking health seriously. And I know these people. And it was very, I was very curious to see what they were doing with health. And the more I saw, I realized that, I can also take up this program because this was something that I knew how these people were before, and they were all talking about health. They were becoming fitness freaks. They were running 10K runs, and I was impressed. And I took up this program, and let me tell you, it was a life-changing experience. For the first time, I lost weight. That is, of course, anybody who knows me, I have been doing a lot of diets before, so losing weight was one part of it. But the lifestyle that followed was, transformational, right? Uh, for Joe who knew me, I was the most, I can say, the lazy person, right? Even if I always tell most of my clients now, even if I have to walk to the main gate, I will probably catch an auto and go. So that was my lifestyle. So when he saw that I was taking up this weight loss program, he was not very encouraging. Mostly husbands will be like that initially, or spouses may not encourage you when you know that you're set up for failure, right? So he was not very encouraging in the beginning, but then he started seeing my lifestyle change. For the first time, I signed up for a 5K run, and this was a shock in my family. Person who doesn't even walk 100 meters signing up for a 5K run. And I ran, and Joe came with me. He stood at the finish line and he saw that. And that was the beginning, right? I started going to 5K, 10K runs. Life completely changed. People started noticing that I was so much into health. And this was my transformation. Yes.
Yeah, we are facing a glitch. One second. Yeah, this was Priya's transformation, right? You can see that. I mean, wonderful transference. Just 13 kilos, but I can tell you it was life changing, especially for a person who was watching it. And I wasn't very positive about the program when she started, as Priya rightly said. But what got me excited was what you see on the right side. See, I was into sports and I always encouraged Priya, right? Come, let's play badminton. Multiple things I've tried, but she was never ever interested in getting into anything related to health. But when I saw her, this community made such a big difference that she decided that she is going to run a marathon and she went and practiced herself. And I remember dropping her and I thought she will not run, right? On a morning 5 o'clock, I remember dropping her and she actually completed the 5K run. And that made me think, right? If this can change a person's life, a community can become healthy. Right. And that is how I decided to do the program myself. Even though I was into sports, right after I am Bangalore, you can imagine all the work, etc. My health also went for a toss. I started developing a huge tummy. People used to call me pregnant. Right. I will see the photo. I did the program. I got wonderful results. And that was exciting, right? Because a lot of people started reaching out to us once I got wonderful results. So let me try and bring that up. See, this is me. You can see the huge pot belly and how I was. This is a t-shirt that I had from my I am Bangalore days. I could not fit into this earlier, but I was very happy to fit into it again. So that was how I transformed. And right after that, our coaches, a wonderful couple, they reached out to us and asked us, would you love to help others? We were confused actually, right? Because, yeah, we wanted to do something apart from our jobs. That was clear. But we had all the reasons to say no. Please understand that we had a small kid. We had already lost one kid. Both of us were busy professionals. Both were working in the IT industry. So most of the day goes in work, right? And absolutely no health background we had. I used to play some sports, and I told you, Priya had absolutely no health background, absolutely no time, right? And the fear was social media. We were never used to social media. I just had a Facebook account. That's it. Only thing I used to do is once in a while go and check other people's contents or whatever you call it, post, right? And used to like. That's it. Very rarely I shared someone else's. My own pictures, nothing, never. So that was the biggest fear. When they said social media you have to use, oh, no, 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 I don't think we can do it. And our coaches who were helping us were in Bangalore and we were in Kochi. But having thought all this, we said there's nothing to lose. And this program was so great. And I saw a person like Priya transform, and not only in terms of weight, in terms of how she became, right? I mean, she became interested in health. And that told me that if someone can be benefited from this program, I should not be someone who should say no to this. So what we did is we took the mission seriously, right? The Obesity Free India mission seriously. And that is how we got started. We did not think too much about health and all those things, which we had no clue about. So that is how we started in this opportunity. Now, when we started, as I told you, we had no clue. We decided to learn and blindly follow what our coaches told us. Because what we have to understand is we don't come from a business background. We come from an employee background, right? And an employee is the way we think is absolutely. I'll talk about this later once we understood all this. Social media, as I told you earlier, was a big fear to conquer. But we started posting our own transformations everywhere. Our coaches told us we did not think too much. If we think too much, it will be a problem. We started posting. We learned a lot about health. Our coaches helped us. They gave us stuff to learn about. They were get-togethers. We were learning about it. We got certified. And then we started getting a lot of inquiries. People started pinging us. We thought, oh my God, how will we help people or how will we talk to people? We never had to do that. People started inquiring, right? And we started doing our own consultations, started coaching people, obviously with the help of our coaches. Clients started getting results and their happiness. That was a life changer, right? When someone says that their life has changed because of you, right? Because of your transformation, because of your coaching, It's unbelievable. See, at that point of time, I have almost 20 years of experience working, right? And at that point of time, let's say around 14, 15 years of working, never did a person in my company, the companies that I've worked with, have come to me and told me, Joe, you have changed my life. Never. And hardly within a few months of starting this opportunity, people are reaching out to us, thanking us. If someone went through Kochi to their hometown, they used to drop in at our home, thanking us. It was wonderful. We started sharing this opportunity to become coaches to other clients, and many took it up. And finally, we realized it was much easier than we thought. And it was much easier because we did some things right. Right. And Priya will talk about that.
So the best thing that I would say that, see, when we saw this opportunity, the first concern that I had was I'm a techie, right? I'm not into health. I don't know anything about health. How can I become a coach in this field? And it is really about if you know about business. I just had to take that step. Like Joe said, we just blindly trusted that we can do this. Without thinking more, we decided that this is an opportunity we had. Frankly speaking, there are a lot of us sitting in our jobs every single day thinking that we want to do something, right? We want to be start something. In many of my coffee breaks, we used to say, let's start a restaurant. Or we always think, let me start something that I'm really good at, maybe another IT company or something on the side for a long term. And eventually, what happens is 10, 15 years goes by and nothing really has been done about it rather than jumping from one company to the other to just increase our current pay scale. So that is when this opportunity came. I saw that there is a chance for me to work in this. It is flexible. I can be a good mom to my kid. I can work from the comfort of my own home. And we decided to give it a chance. And we started working. And obviously, it started from ground zero. So, a lot of things had to happen where I had to learn about health, I had to learn about what is nutrition, whether this is right or wrong. All those thought processes were there in me too when I started. And in fact, both of us, are we doing the right thing? But it's all about, that small decision that we take. That small decision that, you chose to be here today, to just listen to us or listen to the story. That curiosity was there in us. And with that small decision, we decided to go ahead. But once we decided, we realized that we are not the people that we want to be, right? So a lot of changes had to happen. And in between that, the coaches are the best people here. So there are a lot of books that were recommended and slowly that mindset changed, whether it is about nutrition, about business, about finance, about leadership, every single thing we started reading a lot. And these books started shaping how we started thinking rather than thinking how the crowd thinks. We got invited to Zoom sessions where we could learn more about how to become an entrepreneur, how to become, a business person, how we can run the business from this home. And all those Zoom meetings, I'll tell you sincerely, I sincerely attended. I still remember in the first initial days, I was given a set of audios and videos and material and a lot of books to go through. And I actually wrote them down. What I learned, what was the gist, and I sent it to my coach. Maybe it's 5, 6 years now since those days, but even now, those principles never change, right? Even now, when something happens, I remember the book. Okay, Atomic Habits says this, or this book says this, and that is how we fall back and we can learn a lot from them. The Zoom sessions that we attended, we were there, heart and soul, listening what exactly is happening, taking notes. What can I learn more? And sincerely investing, maybe it's just 1 hour in a day or maybe half an hour or 20 minutes, but those were sincere hours and dedication that we put.
So when we saw this opportunity, right, as I was telling you earlier, we were not sure uh, because we come from, see, I don't know how many people know about this four quadrants, right? One of the books that we read initially was this cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, right? And my coach explained to me beautifully, plus he gave this book that we fall on the left side. 95% of the people, if you see, we are either an employee or we are self-employed. And we were there. See, I did my MBA from IIM Bangalore, right? I can say that, oh, I'm an MBA, business. The word business is there. That's it. There's nothing about business that is taught there in an MBA. They teach us how to be a better employee, a highly paid employee. Right? That's what it was. But here, you can see this, right? Employee, self employed, and we were 25 years, 30 years that has been fed into our minds, right? And suddenly someone gives you a business opportunity. And that's what is our case. We were given a business opportunity where we were shifting, trying to shift from the left to the right side. And that shift was physically not very difficult, but mentally it was tough. So whenever my coach told me something, if I started using my employee mindset, I would doubt it. Oh, I don't know. I don't think this will work. But luckily, initially, I did not do that. I trusted it, right? Initially. But over a period of time, once I read these books, I understood this. One of the first things that we thought when we were given this opportunity, if you please understand, we wanted to do something in life. We wanted to be in Kochi. We didn't want to go abroad, right? We wanted to be in Kerala near our parents, was one of our dreams. We wanted to start something of our own, make a lot of money. That is another dream, right? But when this opportunity was given to us, when we were told that health coaches, IT people, I don't think this will work for us. That's immediate employee mindset that came in. For example, let us say I'm a Java guy. Tomorrow, suddenly I get a .NET project. My mind will say, no, 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 I'm a Java guy. How can I do it? That's how my mind works. But think about a businessman. Tomorrow, Mukesh Ambani, I mean, when he started Geo, he didn't think that, oh, I am a petroleum guy, right? I will not get into Geo. What did he see? He saw there was a huge potential for a mobile or network provider at that point of time. That is what he saw. And what I needed to understand today, I understand all these things, but luckily, I did not think too much at that point of time, trusted my coach. But today, I understand health as an industry is huge. And that is exactly what, as a businessman, I should think of. I should not be thinking about anything else, right? Is there a lot of demand in this industry? And you look around the number of gyms that is coming, a number of fitness centers that is coming up. Look around the number of people who are obese, number of fast joints that are coming up, and people who are going to be obese, right? So obviously, there is a huge demand. So it doesn't matter at this point of time whether I have that skill or not. I can learn those skills. Every single skill in my life, I was not born with. I learned that skill. And out of all the skills that I have learned, I believe this is the one thing that is not going to change frequently because our bodies more or less remains the same. But technologies keep on changing, right? So my point is this: sometimes we won't understand what your coaches are telling you. Please go to the material, study those, but till that time, trust your coaches and shift from E to B. When you're shifting from E to B, please understand at some point of time, if you want to be really wealthy, in your generation, and in all generations, someone will have to make that shift from A to B. And the first generation which makes that shift, it's not going to be easy, right? But the future generations will thank you. Mukesh Ambani, Anand Ambani, and all those future generations are going to thank Dhirubhai Ambani because of what Dhirubhai Ambani did, that he is the one who shifted, started that business. Same thing. Your future generations are going to thank you because you're going to shift from A to B. And we see that changes in our children already. Lot of changes. We'll talk about that going forward.
So now, when I saw this opportunity and when I saw this as a coach, if I had to become, and I'm sure most of you will realize the first thing that will set in is something called as fear, right? Uh, can I do this? Or can I become a coach? Can I work in this field? And I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know anything about social media. And I had all these doubts because as a person, I was an absolute introvert. Maybe few close people I knew I would speak to. I think both of us were kind of introverts. We had a very close knit circle and we spoke only to them. And we were happy with our lives. But the moment you see this picture, where do you think we were? The big circle or the small circle? I think I was in the small circle, my comfort zone, right? Earning money and enough to prove to others, enough for our kids, for our generation. But like Joe said, are we thinking about the shift we want to make? Is it enough that we live a good life or a great life? Can I do something extra? And I realized all that is where the big circle is, where the magic actually happens. And I had to move out from my small circle to my big circle to know how this magic works. So this is one, picture that really gave me and will give you a lot of insight on where exactly you are. So the red circle that you see now, very safe, very comfortable. Most of us may be struggling within this circle itself. We don't know how to make ends meet. We don't know how to make our children study. All these things of how will we get the groceries? How will we get food on our tables? How will I serve my mother-in-law? But it is still a comfort zone. The moment we see an opportunity like this, we hear a couple like this speaking that they did something extra, we slowly are in the yellow circle. Many of you might have already started thinking, maybe it's not for me, right? I don't know how to talk to people, or I'm already very busy. I don't have any time, or my husband will definitely not allow this. My wife will not allow this. My family will not allow this. Or other people may say something. Just to tell you in short, when we started this in the beginning, we didn't get much support from our family either. In fact, we started hearing sentences like, you don't have enough money, is that why you're doing this? Or so these kind of sentences will be very very coming from people who are very near to us. And if you are getting these thoughts that I can't do this, I don't have the skills, I don't know about help, understand you're already in the yellow circle and be good, feel good about this. Okay, you're already moving out of your comfort zone, but to reach the green is the trick. Because once you reach green, your thought process is very different. It's not like, can I do this? It will be, how to learn this? Where do I learn about health? How do I know about social media? Can I start posting? Or you start thinking like that. The moment your thought process changes from I can't do to how can I do, you have reached the green circle. And trust me, guys, that blue is the growth zone. The growth zone is where we want to be. Otherwise, see, time doesn't wait for anyone. If I just sit on this chair, I will turn 70. It's just matter of time. I will turn 70. My kids will grow up. They will have kids, and I will be a grandmother for sure. Okay, that is inevitable. I mean, it will happen. But if I want to be in the blue circle, I have to cross the yellow and the green circle. And in the growth zone, I can see a lot of my thought processes changing, right? Fears that I had never always had. I started seeing that I'm not thinking, oh, I'm afraid I cannot do. I'm afraid I don't have the time. I'm a mom of three kids. So I know time is a very, very precious commodity for me. But it really starts, the growth zone really, really programs you how to think, how to give more, how to achieve more. And even now, a lot of people ask me, how do you go to gym every day? How do you manage the business along with job? It's all about the growth zone. The moment you're in blue, all these other things just transit. So I'll play a small video now. Okay, go through this very carefully. We'll be talking about this video. It's a wonderful video that has actually, given me a lot of perspective on how it is from the book Atomic Habits, how a small decision can change your life. Just go through this video. Can you hear the sound? wonderful video, right? The funny thing, if you have observed that video very, very carefully, you would have noticed that the person started out as the same person. The decision, did anyone notice where the life started splitting? It was at breakfast, right? It was at breakfast. He went to the breakfast table, and on the left side, he chose to eat junk. On the right side, he chose to eat healthy. And this is something that the book Atomic Habits talks about, the domino effect. Sometimes a small decision. It may be a decision that let me attend this session, or let me try out coaching, or let me help others, or let me plug into the mission of helping people around the world, or let me start something for myself apart from what I'm doing, which may be a small decision today, but 10 years later you never know. 5 or 6 years back we never knew we would be the people we are today. How life has changed, right? Health wise, we are in the best shape today. I'll just show you a photo of how we look today. Uh, I just I just finished a pregnancy with 3 kids, and Joe is 43, right? I am 40, and I'm sure 10 years back I never imagined that we will look like this today, right? Uh, Remember in the first few minutes, we told about our dream. We wanted to be close to our parents, close to our family, um, settle, preferably if we can settle in Kerala, make enough money, right? Do something that we have not just, done, just made money and ended our life, but do something to help others, help society, have a mission. Joe had a dream that he wanted to be playing, right? Every single day possible to be involved in sports of some kind. And he's living that dream every single day. We either go to the gym together, or he goes and plays football, badminton. And I used to tease him when he was, in his 30s, early 30s. Do all this now. 10 years later, you cannot do all this. But he is doing that. He is living his dream. All that happened with that small choice we made 5, 6 years back, that we want to, make something, we want to do something different from the crowd. We started. We
And
started listening
the
to
plan
our
is
own story
of
of difference. This is Joe's video.
come check this. 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 Come check this.
I'll also show you a reel of my own transformation. So the first pregnancy, like I said, I had to go through a lot of changes to just get back into my pre-pregnancy shape. This is after my second pregnancy with twins.
सोने जैसा मेरा मन सुन जरा सुन क्या कहती है सिक्कों की खन खन उड़ उड़ आइया देखो कुड़ियां से आनिया हट किसे न आनी करन मन मानिया
And it was, I mean, this time it was a breeze, right? When you're nearly touching 40, you get a lot of warning signs that, this is not the age. But it was a breeze. We have lovely twins. They are absolutely healthy. It was all thanks to this program that I took up 5, 6 years back. And I was able to, maintain my health in a very good way. Uh, our life has completely changed in terms of how we think about finances, how we think about investments. And I was brought up. Parents were government servants, so I was brought up in a quarters where I had that dream. I know this is from the financial wizards, they may say, oh, house is not an investment. Definitely, I'll agree with you. But it was a dream that I had a place of my own, loan free. So we got a house. We got a house. I'll show you a quick video. So when we bought the house, we got a lot of questions. Why do you need four bedroom for just two people? I mean, we were three with one kid. But it is law of attraction, I believe. Now we have all the bedrooms full with our family. It's wonderful, right? And it is we don't have to pay any loan on it. We actually don't take any loans. We It's loan free, and we got this place. We have traveled to a lot of places around the world with our team by ourselves, all because of this opportunity. The income is really, really good. I can easily say that we have replaced, yeah, this is our team. This is in Turkey. We just had a great time with them, Mediterranean cruise. Right? And we the income, if I talk about the income, we both, working, we have already replaced our full-time income. Many of us go to office with that stress that what if we lose our job. So I just met my neighbor yesterday. She is 50 years, approximately 50. Husband is 55. They have worked abroad their whole lives. They have now chosen to come and settle in India. And yesterday she was telling me, Priya, I just realized that, I have few more years to work and I have no idea what I'll do after this. But that thought process we already had when we were young. We know what we'll do. Of course, kids are now grown up. They will go abroad and then they will settle wherever they want. As parents, they don't want us to tag along when they get their freedom. But when we have something lined up for retirement, we are working together. Our relationship has completely changed as husband and wife. We chose to build this together. It doesn't matter how you choose to build this, but we chose to build it. So our relationship has really changed. We are in that blue circle, right? We both are growing together, focusing. We are goal driven. I can see that effect on my eldest child, who is now 8 years. The way she eats, right? She knows which is healthy food, which is junk food. She comes to the gym with us. She exercises when she can. How I even focus her on growth driven mode. It's not that when she's scared, we say, don't worry, you don't go, don't cycle or don't do this because you're scared. We know it's a process, right? It is our thought process that we can see that change in our kids.
Awesome. So Priya talked about the benefits that we have got, right, through this opportunity, right? I mean, apart from getting a lot of thanks from people, our own health, right? I mean, for me, nothing more than playing, right? It's just wonderful at the age of 43 to play and be energetic and be an inspiration for people around you, right? And our relationship, as Priya said, the house that we have, it's a dream come true. And if I look back, this is exactly what I wanted, right? When this is exactly what I wanted from life. I wanted to stay in a tier two city. I wanted to be near my parents. I never wanted money to be a problem. Right? I never knew, I mean, what will I do in a place like a tier two city to earn so much money that I don't have to think about going abroad, right? So that was awesome. Uh, Health wise, amazing. I mean, it's clearly a dream come true. And I never thought about a third child, right? That's also a dream come true, right? And as Priya said, we didn't even know why we bought a four-bedroom apartment. Right now, all four bedrooms are full when the parents come in. So Priya's parents, they stay right next to us. They have a different apartment. My parents, they come once in a while. They are here right now. So it's just unbelievable. But What would have happened, just like Priya showed in that initial, that breakfast guy, if he had picked up the coke, what could have happened? You saw that. Similarly, I always think, what would have happened if he had said no? It was so easy to say no. I had no clue about health. Right? I could have easily said. But if I had said no, mostly choices are this. Maybe I would have been staying in Kochi itself near parents. Chances are very low. But health would not have been a priority. No sports because job would have become the priority. Right? Not much money, obviously, in a tier two city, working in a job alone. Okay. And always this feeling would have been there. Oh, I should have gone abroad. Oh, I should have gone to a city, big city, and taken up a one great job with a lot of stress. At least money would have been there and would have started feeling sorry for us. Luckily, that situation is not. Second option was to go abroad. See, Priya's sister is abroad. My sister is also abroad. That Australia, Priya's sister is in US. But we see what they go through. And I would say that would have never been a choice for us, especially after seeing what they go through. Away from parents, taking care of all their headaches themselves. Right? Very, very difficult. Maybe would have made a lot of money, but that was never my dream. But that would have been a choice if I had to. Or staying in a tier one city in a high paying job, right? Again, health would not have been a priority. Right? I have seen the travel wars that is there in a big city, the smoke, the pollution, right? So thinking about all that, I mean, this is absolutely dream come true for us. Now, what is this business? Now, you have been hearing all this, right? What are the benefits? It's so simple. If you have seen our pictures, you would have understood. What did we do? We just kept ourselves healthy and fit, right? And if you're not in shape, just like we were, just do the healthy weight loss program yourself. You will be in shape. Simple, right? This is something that if you're not in this opportunity, also we should do. Take your health seriously. But we have an extra incentive to do that. So, what that is this business? First step. Second step, start sharing contents on social media. Be comfortable on social media. I wasn't. I'll be very frank with you. I wasn't comfortable, but started doing it anyways. But today I became comfortable. Priya wasn't comfortable driving a car. None of us were, right? If you think about it. But once she started driving, she goes everywhere herself. Right? It's all mental blocks. Understand that. Learn about health and coaching from your coaches. That's beautiful, right? If you learn about health, you will keep yourself healthy, you will keep your family healthy. And in this opportunity, you can keep others also. That's also a good thing. Join the sessions like this, right? And implement what you learn, right? There is a lot of wonderful sessions that Reshape Nation conducts about health. Join those sessions about leadership, about success principles. Priya talked about it a little bit. If that alone, if you apply in your life will change, right? Change and the different steps, right? And what will happen once you start doing all this? People will start reaching out to you for help. You don't have to do much. People will start pinging you. Hey, I saw your transformation. Can you help me? Hey, I saw this post. Can you help me? Or can you guide me to someone who can help me? That's what will happen, right? Initially, your coaches will help. Later, you can do it yourself. And once you learn things yourself, that's exactly what you do in your job, right? You learn something, the next set of new joinees come in terms of your job, you teach them, you give KT. Same thing here. You give them KT, you build a team and start generating revenues and you get paid. You saw the money that we make, right? Is it good money to have apart from your two full-time jobs? It's amazing. Think about saving that for the next 6 years in a good investment. And you're not worried about retirement. You're not worried about anything actually, right? Leave that much. I mean, even if it's a 20, 30 lakhs extra that you make apart from your job, it's not something you will make in the next 1 year, please. Right? It will take time, 3 to 4 years. That's okay. But that extra invested over the next 4, 5 years will become crores, right? Just try out the math. So where do we create revenues from? Right? So there are multiple ways to create revenues in any business. I'm not talking about this business, any business. One is to get into manufacturing. But please understand, manufacturing is too risky and too capital intensive. See, I've thought about multiple businesses. So I know this. It is too capital intensive. Second option is to get into service. Right? You can serve people. And that's exactly what we do. We are in this. But we don't make money directly from services. Why? Because that's a job. If you keep on servicing, making money, it's a job. Once you read ESBA, you'll understand it's a self-employment that you're doing. The third option to make money is to be in distribution. And that is exactly where we are. That's the easiest field to be in, most lucrative. You look at Reliance, you look at all the successful companies, Tata's, everyone, they are into distribution, right? The risk is borne by the manufacturer. The manufacturer, in our case, what we do here is through great quality service, we give great service to our clients. And because we give great service to our clients, we create a amazing customer base. And once you have a beautiful customer base, the manufacturer here will allow us to distribute to this customer base directly. You don't have to sell. The customer base will buy this directly, and you get paid for it. Wow, how beautiful is this? Right? We are tied up with a 90-year-old brand, most trusted brand in the world, world's highest selling brand, Nutrilite. Wonderful. Right? And you get this access or dealership or whatever you call it free of cost. You can take a KFC franchisee, it will cost you crores, and obviously you hurt people's health. And there's so many such options. You take up a free franchising and you help people become better in terms of health. Beautiful. And once we have a lower customer base and they start trusting you, there are a lot of other things that you can distribute to the same customer base. Skincare, cookware, FMCG. Amazing. So that is where the revenues come from, right? And so, see, we were a humble couple, right? We were a simple couple. Yes, educated. That is what we were taught, right? So both of us got our education done. She did her BTech, I did my BE, I did my MBA from IIM Bangalore. She, through this opportunity, again, she didn't talk about that plus. How beautiful, right? I am from IIM Bangalore. She always used to say I'm a BE. But today she can say I'm also from IIM Ahmedabad. Through this opportunity, they got an opportunity to study in IIM Ahmedabad completely free. Did we know this when we started? Absolutely no. We just trusted our coaches and started. Did we know all our dreams will come true? Absolutely not. We thought the mission itself is worth it. So many people's life can be changed. And that we have done. We never aimed for the money. That came as a surprise to us. We never aimed for the trips. We saw the Turkey video, right? So much fun to be with your friends traveling. Free of cost, that too. That was during COVID phase, and we actually got chartered flights for just us. Beautiful. And we have been to Bangkok, we have been to Cordelia cruise to Lakshadweep with these amazing people whom we are going to see next. These are all very successful people. Listen to them, right? So we were a humble couple. Our lives changed, right? So beautifully that we can't imagine how our life has changed. I'll stop with this. We wanted to share something, and these are small things but very powerful statements. I hope you can see my screen. So this is what we were. Right? This is how we used to look. It's not, yeah, 5, 6 years back, their eldest child, right? You can see the fat coming out on the sides, right? And this is how we look today. A complete happy family in a beautiful home. Life is exciting, guys, right? And all this because of that small choice that we made. The choice is there for all of you. That's my point. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. Many of us, just like that guy who saw the video, have got many choices in life. And unfortunately or fortunately, whatever choices you have made till now is where you are in life today. I mean, I told you, I could have easily said no. It was actually, it was easier to say no. But we made a choice to take a chance. And as life has never been the same. All of you have that choice today. All of you. What you need to do? Message your coaches or whoever has invited you. Simple message. I want to know this more. And that doesn't mean one session, right? 6 months. Commit your free time for the next 6 months. That's it. 6 months. No money required, just 6 months. Commit your free time. And you will see that your life will never be the same. I don't know of a single person who have joined this opportunity who has not been happy. They have all been extremely happy. They might not have been as successful. Some might have even left this opportunity, but they have all left as a better person. They've loved the learnings that they've. Today, it's so in this 1 hour, I'm sure you have learned a lot more about life. With this, we are done.